In July 2017, my husband and I take our children to the new National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. It has taken 6 months to get tickets, and the lines outside and in are still wrapped around the structure, the makeshift ropes, the slavery and freedom 1400 to 1877 exhibits. What is left to say about slavery? A woman asks loudly, her irritation palpable as we make our way in. Before the trip, I've begun working on a project about my grandmothers that's been swirling in my head for years. In a strange twist of kismet, my ancestors intersect in Petersburg, Virginia, 40 years before I am born. My paternal great-great-great-grandmother, Minnie Lee Fowlkes, lives in Petersburg and is interviewed for the work's Progress Administration Federal Writers Project, Ex-Slave Narratives in 1937. My maternal grandmother, Mary Etta Knight, after birthing her first child, is given a diagnosis of water on the brain. Postpartum was an ongoing mystery, and sent to the Central Lunatic Asylum for the Colored Insane, renamed Central State Hospital, in 1941, a stone's throw from where Minnie resides. I find this connection fascinating. Two disparate women of my history, at opposite ends of their lives, converging upon the same space and time, ushering in the stretched strain of folks who will usher in me. I know their living commences long before this confluence, and am determined to search for their beginnings. I am a poet, so I must call on history's gatekeepers, librarians, and elders to help me. They send me archives and databases, death and birth certificates, books, and burial records. My inquest becomes part ethnographic, part family lore. It is difficult for most Black Americans to trace ancestors before 1865, as it is for me, so I begin looking for cultural and regional history to fill in the minutiae of the times. I have traced invented psychoses, living quarters, grooming and hair rituals, faith practices, and maroons before my family and I arrive on the museum's bottom floor. I pride myself on being staunch, matter-of-fact, clear, and considered when teaching my children about even the ugliness of history. I am only teacher, mother, knower, explaining artifacts from a slave ship. Teacher, mother, knower, near Jefferson's ancestors, stacked as a pile of engraved bricks called the Paradox of Liberty. I turn a corner when a reconstructed slave cabin stands in front of us. I have been reading John Hope Franklin's book, Runaway Slaves, Rebels on the Plantation, and recognize the cabin's slatted wood, dark entry, and dirt floor. I am mother, daughter, broken bird, and cry in the museum's corridor. In early America, I am searching for what my ancestors may have seen and known. I have no illusions about finding things they might have loved, because what was to love about being Black in America other than being alive? I am looking for their daily things, their living, evidence that they marked this land, were more than marked by it. I am trying to picture the physical space, so begin researching antebellum Virginia landscapes and battlefields leveled by hard-fought progress. What was bound in the trees then? Just past the cabin at the museum, I photograph objects from a spirit bundle, a collection of amulets that mirrors West African traditions meant to protect passageways between physical and spiritual worlds. Because there are so many people and so little time, we have to move quickly. Reconstruction is a blur, and soon we are 3 floors up in the modern-day galleries. I am arrested by a large visual artwork, a crown of sorts, made of tools used to sculpt Black hair, about which the artist Kenya Robinson says, "For complex reasons of race, class, gender, I will probably have a hair conversation with other Black women for all of my days, like some kind of not-so-secret handshake of experience and history." I begin writing the poem Commemorative Headdress for Her Journey Beyond Heaven, with all of these seemingly disparate encounters swirling in my mind.